Greetings, abundant rising. Hello, fellow friends, family. We got some information we're going to be talking about today. This live is going to be very profound of the information that we give today, and it's very important of where we are at today. So I want to thank everyone who is coming on the live, who is here at this time. For the people who are on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. If you are loving the channel, like and subscribe. I'm going to be here a lot more on this transmission that we're going to be doing for today. We're going to be talking about the nervous system, but we're also going to do Akashic Records Q&As. But when we do these Q&As, it's going to be on Instagram. So for the people who are on YouTube and you're not on my Instagram, if you want to follow Akasha Wizard, or just look up my name, Adewale Adeoye, you'll be able to find me. And if you want to potentially get on the live, you want to be on my Instagram at this time. But let's not waste no time. Let's get into this transmission. For the souls who are listening, watching, make sure you have some water because you're about to be activated. Number one, the first thing we all need to know, we are all vibration. We are all energy. We are all abundance. If you are thinking you are in the lack of abundance, this is showing you where you are in your nervous system. Our nervous system is connected to our nerves. Our nerves is connected to the meridian lines in our body. This is why you see athletes, they're able to move at a different way of their body because nervous system, the regulation of it is somatic, which is the etymology of soma. Soma is the body, which is the energy of Aries, which Aries rules the body. In Aries, a lot of Aries are athletes. It's not a coincidence. Astrology represents what it means of the human anatomy of the body. If it's something that is not opening, is not activated, that shows you that you are either at a fight state or you are at a freeze state or you are at a performative state. Let's get into it deeply. If you are in a fight state, this means you could be very impulsive. You could be very defensive. And if you are defensive, you are not on offense. If you're not on offense, you are in the vibrational energy that you're not trying to lose. So this is why you are in the survival instinct. This is why you are addicted to addictions. You are addicted to trauma. You are addicted to drama. This is not to hurt anyone's feelings. This is just to bring truth to you guys here today. We got to get out the drama. This is the year of one. This is the year of purification. This is the year of transmutation. So we got to transform all these things, but we have to see it. If we don't see it, if we don't acknowledge it, we cannot grow from it. So let's get back into the fight. A lot of us is mad at source. Some of us don't feel like we are connected to source. Some of us don't understand how to fully move in our source power. So this is why we're always fighting. This is why we have a voice. We have a communication that we don't know how to talk to people. We lack professionalism. In this game and life, so for us to be successful, you have to have a certain level of professionalism, or you're going to be limited of capacity of the people you can touch, the doors you can go into, the opportunities you can open up. This is not to say not to be radically authentic. You want to be radically authentic, but you want to know how to be professional. Some of us want to operate as amateur, but want the vibration of operating in professionalism. That's not serving us. So if you are a person that you are in fear of how you speak, you are in fear of being seen, you are in fear of being judged, you are in fear that people don't like you, you are at the fight state. Or you are at the freeze state. And you are at the freeze state. You want to see where you are at. When you are freezing, you probably are a woman or a man. When you meet a mate or a high vibrational energy, I can't speak. This used to be me. So I'm no different from you. When I was in college, I could not speak to my coaches. I wasn't at the same vibration as them because I was still fighting that I was worthy because I was Black, because I still had the inferiority complex. Some of us who are Black are still mad at white. That's all that anger. That's all that rage. And this is limiting you. I love you, Black people. I love my people. But I have to speak to my people. We got to stop that shit. It keeps you stuck. This is why your algorithm is showing you all these slavery things. This is why the algorithm is telling you, well, what Jeffrey Epstein's did is what they did in the slavery times. It just wasn't documented. We know that. We know that. Are you going to stay there? Do you want to stay there? Do you want to stay in that reality? Do you want to stay in the past? Because we in the present. No one is a fucking slave. Is anybody that's on this live on Instagram you to a slave? That's a question. I want you guys to comment down. Is anybody on this live a slave? No. No. So why are we still operating like we're slaves? Why we're acting like we're not free of our mind? Why are we acting like this? We're not at those times. We don't have places where it's Black restrooms, white restrooms, white only restrooms, white only clubs, Black only clubs. We're not at those times. So why we're still operating like we're at that time? Nervous system. It's funny how that just glitched. It's nervous system. It is your nervous system. You're still operating from a system of fight. When are you going to stop fighting? Do you want to keep fighting? Someone said, come to Mississippi. I'm not saying that it ain't racism. I'm not saying it ain't things going on. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is vibrationally, you can shift that. You shift that. That shifts the collective. You shift the collective, you shift the racism. We have this type of power through our nervous system. But we got too many people with bad posture that don't speak, that don't have money or focus on the money. Focus on the survival. I got these bills. I got to pay my car note. I don't know what I'm going to do. My kids, they eat up everything. These groceries, they're so expensive. Oh, I'm tired. When you're in that vibration of thinking, it's not to say that's not real. When you're in that vibration of thinking, what you think it do to your energy. Remember at the first thing I said at this live, what you think it do to your energy? Lowers, lower, lower. I understand Jackson, Mississippi. I ain't never been there, but I heard some things about Jackson, Mississippi. But what I'm saying is, can you change that? What are you thinking in your mind? How can you change that? Are you having conversation with other Black people, other people? How can we change this? Like I said, I am not knocking any one experience. I'm not. That's not what I'm here to do. But what I am trying to get us to see, we can shift this vibrationally first. Just like athletes, just like lawyers, doctors, all people who are successful, they become it vibrationally first. So it can shift the external. Yes, it's hard. It ain't supposed to be easy. This is a year of one, people. Nothing in life is easy. You think it was easy for me? I'm a man who's 29 years old. I had 2 near-death experiences. All my life, I did not have money. It's funny how this keeps glitching. I didn't have money. I did not have my father there to consistently raise me because he was married in a different relationship. It's been hard. It's been hard. I'll be honest with you guys. It's been hard as fuck. I have a daughter right now. I haven't seen her since she was 10 months old. Life has been hard. I'm expressing it so you guys understand. Everybody has hardship. That is the assignment on earth. Period. When you're reaching mastery, you think it's easy? No. You think when you're married and you ain't never seen a marriage, you think it's easy? No. You think if you are the first person in your bloodline that graduated from college, that has a different level of money that nobody in your family had experienced, it is easy? No. No. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. This is what I'm saying with the nervous system and the mind. The mind is all is mind. This is the original computer. Where do you think these phones came from? This laptop came from? From your mind. Do you know how hard it is for a person who has a first child that haven't seen him walk, that haven't seen him talk, don't even know how she look? Do you know how hard that is? And you want to be there? But you got this society saying that man ain't shit, that man don't want to be in their kid's life, but the man who is or wants to be, they're not allowed to be. But you don't hear some of those stories. I'm saying this so you guys understand. I understand the hard. You talk to a person, I lived in hard. Everything. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, one of the most dangerous cities in America. Mike Brown, Ferguson. That's where I grew up. That's where I grew up. I grew up in an environment where if you said something of, hey, you love math, you love being intelligent, you have women, you had young girls looking at you that you are crazy, you are weird, because they have a nervous system. They have a paradigm of attracting toxic masculine man. So how do you think that do to a man's psyche or a young boy's psyche? Should I be a nigga? Should I be a hood? Should I be hood? Should my pants be sagging down? This is what I'm talking about with the nervous system. It's that deep. It's layers. It is layers. It is layers. So when you have been through these experiences, your nervous system has been through this, and you only been through this, how can you move to a different timeline? How can you move to a different paradigm? It's unfamiliar. It's scary that you go back into that familiar. That is nervous system work, my friends. Someone said, let me ask you a real question. How do you reconcile showing up for the mission and the fact that this should be so raggedy here? Because if I do this, if my wife do this, if all these other people do this, and we keep doing it, and we don't take no for an answer, what you think happened? It shifts. But how do it shifts? From within, from your body. When you are an athlete, or you're a person that really work on your body, the trauma is cleared. It has to be cleared because you're running. And when you're running, you're releasing the endorphins. You're releasing the trauma. You're releasing all the inflammation that's in the body. This is why you see Rocky on Rocky 3, when he fighting that Russian and he had those abs. He had that body. He was fighting that Russian. He was different. He had all that money. But what he had to do, he had to go back to Philly. He had to go back where he came from. He had to go back where he became hungry. Some of us is not hungry enough. Y'all not hungry for peace, for people in this world. You only interested. I'm hungry. I'm starving. The distortion that's on this planet, it has to go. Period. If I gotta live, if I gotta die, if I gotta change, if I gotta evolve, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I almost died twice. I had colleges tell me that I wasn't enough. I had people look at me that I was crazy. I had college friends not even in my life anymore. My best friend wife called me to ask me, was he cheating? And my intuition told me I had to tell her the truth because I live in truth. And I lost my best friend for 7 years. I've been alone all my life. Felt alone, been seeing things all my life. Speaking light language, channeling things. Had my own dad tell me that I was demonic. Told me that I was foolish. But where am I at today? Showing up. I'm not saying this in victim. I'm saying this that I have been through everything that you guys are talking about. It keeps glitching. It's funny. I've been everything that you guys been talking about. I'm also a kid. I'm also a man that has my name, Adewale. I know my lineage. I know my Niger tribe. I know we are the family of Ogun. But look at how many Americans that don't have their name. Look at how many Americans that don't know their tribe. So if you don't know your tribe, look how many Americans that's identity crisis. This is why this is so serious. You got women that men who are emotional, it turns them off. Why a man being his emotion is turned off? But if a nigga backhands you like baby boy, and that's what's in the movies, and that's what we watching. That's going in our subconscious. That's the hypnosis. So what you think people do? What you think people live? Do you guys see what I'm putting down? Do you guys see why I'm showing up? It's a reason why I even have this on. Africa, African, Alkebulan, motherland. My grandma even gave me my name. My name means crown the king. I didn't come here to be normal. None of you are normal, or you would not be on this live. This is what the Aquarian age is talking about. To be weird, to be unique, to be a genius. What we talking about? We talking about little things of a high school. We talking about little things that's happening in Mississippi. These are little things. We got Jewish that went through this stuff in World War II. It ain't just black people. Every race on this planet went through slavery. So what we talking about? What we talking about? We want black people that want to be acknowledged. We want white people that don't want to be forgotten. Just because what other people did. Some of these people are not like that. How are we going to be in union when we keep talking about the energy in black and white? How are we going to be in unity if we're talking about men versus women? That is a strategic game. It's a strategic game to keep us stuck. We are transmuting this right now. We got to stop that shit. And I say this with love. We have to stop this shit. And then when someone says something, you're triggered. And then when you're triggered, you're back into that old reality. How are we going to be in union? If these lights go off right now and there's a white person across from you who got some food, you're going to be like, I'm not talking to that person. I'm not going to ask, can they help me? What are we talking about? Some of y'all who are black knew y'all was white before. Some of y'all who are white knew y'all was black before. Some of y'all been dogs, trees, panthers. We have all been different things. That's why we have met people that we knew in a different timeline and we didn't even know how we knew. So when I'm coming on this live today, do not be triggered by your black trauma. And if you do, it's triggering you to grow, to activate your flower of life. We got to stop this. We doing a live. I got people talking about, you're connecting to Jeffrey Epstein's file and talking about fluidity and people who are transgender and all. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. No one's telling anybody in this world to be gay, to be straight. We have freedom of choice. I don't judge. I really don't care. But I do care about the human race evolving and growing. If we ain't growing, we ain't dying. We're dying. Do y'all guys want to die? Do y'all see the distortion on the planet? We got McDonald's food cheaper than fruit. And the fruit ain't even fruit. You got Toy Story talking about transgender shit to our kids. They making movies called Blink Twice. They putting it in your face, showing you they don't give a fuck. These politicians, this Donald Trump, they don't give a fuck about us. And this is what we talking about. They don't give a fuck about us. If I go to Donald Trump right now to the White House and say, I don't got no food, I'm hungry, my family is starving, you think he give a fuck? No, they don't care. When are we going to open our eye? That's the nervous system. That's the fight. That's the freeze. That's the performative. What you think women and men do? We're performing for validation. If you guys follow what I'm saying, put some heat in the chat. I'm gonna allow this to land. We got people who are athletes. Not all of them. We got people who are athletes that did not have dad in the home, that performing because they want their dad to see them. We got women who performing sexually because they was told that they were sexual symbols. You got women having conversation with women so they can be chosen and be married. You got kids jealous of siblings because one is getting more attention than another. You got black people that still operating where they want to be white. You got white people operating like they want to be black because they love the culture, they love the flavor, they love the swag, they love the energy because it's different, it's original. You got gay people acting like they a black woman. You got white people getting dreads. You see the game that we in? But if we just lean in one another, disconnected again, we glitch in the matrix. I take this as a sign that we're glitching the matrix right now. We got all these races, all these people fighting to be acknowledged, to have attention, which is energy. Attention is energy. What have your energy? Is either expanding your energy or draining your energy. What side are you on? If you keep focusing on the things you don't want or happened in the past, you will keep creating that. It's a circle. It's a reason why I'm doing this. The Akashic Records. It's a CD. It's a circle, which is the area of pi, which is the 3.14, which is the area code of St. Louis, that is the middle of America, which is the heart chakra, which is the arch, which is the architect. We are motherfucking architects. Y'all gotta stop playing with yourself. Y'all gotta have more pride in yourself. No more weak bullshit. Activating the source soldiers right now. No more weak bullshit. No more victim bullshit. United we stand, divided we fall. Have y'all seen Planet of the Apes? Caesar said it. Ape together strong. Ape along weak. Are y'all seeing the symbolism? Are y'all seeing the signs? They put it in the movies. What is a correlation to the apes? The original man and women. Look how they did for Caesar. Look how they lived and died for Caesar. Look how Caesar was with humans. White. Look how he had compassion, grace, because he had a different experience than other people experienced, like Koba, who was experimented. Some of us was experimented. This is why some of us don't like shots. This is why some of us don't like to be alone with certain people, because we know that we was experimented. So this is why in that movie, you got Caesar and you got Koba, and Koba like, human, what? Human, what? Human, what? And Caesar stood up and looked at him. Get out that trauma. And what did he do? Try to kill Caesar. Killed other apes because they didn't follow him. Is that a real leader? No. Caesar wasn't on that. The symbolism of Caesar is real leadership. I'm in the mud with y'all. I'm not better than none of y'all. I've been through my own shit, my own trials, my own tribulations, my own challenges. I was pissed as fuck with Source. And I've been channeling the record since I was 3. Mad. Why did you put me on this planet? Why do these black women like dudes who are thugs? Why they don't like dudes who in their heart? Why they don't like dudes who are intelligent? I don't understand this. Why am I on this planet? Why people are not nice? Why people are bullying people? I was mad. Mad as fuck. Aries moon. I was mad as fuck. Had to have a conversation with my mom when she told me when we left, when we became homeless. I've been homeless. I lived in a shelter. My sister was pregnant. Why am I telling you guys this? I question Shores. I question why is things happening to good people. My mom is a good person. My family are good people. Why? But now I understand the lesson. It was my spiritual training. It was spiritual training. So I don't fold in anything. So you don't fold in anything. You want to know who the most successful people on this planet is? The people who's been through the most shit. It ain't people who ain't been through nothing. It's the people who's been through the most shit. I've been through shit. I'm 29. I feel like I'm 59 with all the experience that I have been through. My grandma that I only seen one time. I got a reading, a spiritual reading that told me she knew I was coming back. I known her one time. I seen her one time. My mom was in the hospital watching Space Jam, Michael Jordan, who's a light path 11. I'm a light path 11. My name was going to be Matthew. She told my mom his name had to be Adewale. My mom said, I don't know that name. You will learn it. Authority, elder, she listened. Initiated me so I can bring the indigenous to this planet, to America, to Africa. That's why I'm here. This ain't about me. This to inspire you through me. So you can see whatever you went through, don't fold. Don't be weak. Sometimes you need a pause. That's nervous system. Process. Think. Thoth. Think. J-U-T. Mercurius. Melchizedek. Hermes. Think. This was a deity. There was the person that helped us to critically think. He created a system in Greek times called Library of Alexandria, where it was the real Akashic records place, teaching people in Egypt, teaching people in Greek, could be in different consciousness, could have his one conscious be in different bodies. So if he was doing that, we can do that. This is what they also showed us in X-Men Apocalypse, another glitch in the Matrix. This is what they were showing us in the movie X-Men Apocalypse, where the dude, the blue dude, was trying to transfer his conscious into Professor X, which is Malcolm X, which Stan Lee said, this is about African people. So all these Africans All these indigenous people are on this live. We got 37 people on Instagram. We got 58 people. That's roughly 90 people that is here on this live. Stop being in victim. It is too much history, too many movies, too many documentaries to show you your power. Stop playing with yourself. Who was the Oracle in the Matrix? Wasn't she a black woman? That was a question. Wasn't the Oracle from the Matrix a black woman? It was, which was Neo's mother, was the cosmic mother, was the womb of creation, which is the seraphims, which is Whitney Houston with The Voice, which is the Mariah Carey, The Voice, which is Sophia Stewart, who created The Matrix, which is voice, which is throat, which is Thoth. Thoth ain't just a being, it's symbolism. I need us to all see what I'm getting us to put down right now, because I'm not just speaking, I'm activating your mind. I'm activating your consciousness to free your mind. All those things are illusion. Someone said the Mayat, the mother, the Libra, the balance, the peace, the unity, which is the seventh zodiac, which is spirit, which is air, which is Aquarius, which is Gemini, which who we are. We are air. We are everything and nothingness. So we have to get out these fight, freeze, in the performance nervous system. Because when you're performing, you're looking for validation. When you in freeze, you are scared to take the leap of faith. When you're fighting, you only can fight for so long. You can only be in defense for so long. It's draining. They even showed this in Dragon Ball Z. They showed you this just through running. Let's say you run a mile and you don't run a mile all the time. You're going to be... Stop. Pause. What is that? You're not connected to your breath. So you're losing oxygen. You're losing life. So what you got to do, pause. Regulate. Some of us don't know how to regulate. Some of us don't allow things to pause. Some of us don't like silence. Some of us cannot be still. If you can't be still, why? This is why they have the Bible scripture, be still and know you are the I am, right? It's time, fellow friends, soul family, source soldiers, Akashic Avengers. It's time that we stop playing with ourselves. Stop allowing the government to govern your mind. Stop allowing the government to put these fears, agendas in the media, and to get you mad, to get you angry, to get you at a lower state of being. I could easily be at a low state. I just told you guys what I have been through. I could be playing victim. I could be like, I'm 29. Why did I go through all this? I'm finna kill myself. What's the point? Why can I not just be a regular 20-year-old? And Source responded to me because we need you to see that you are unique. You're not like everyone else. You are different. And being different, that's what creates change. That's what brings remembrance. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Louis Minister Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad, they had to be different. Frederick Douglass, they had to be different. Harriet Tubman, they had to be different. You have to be different to create change. If you operate like everyone else, another glitch in the matrix, if you operate like everyone else, that is a world of monkey see, monkey do. This is when things stay the same. So if you don't want to stay the same, it's time for you to take accountability of every single thing that has happened to you in this life and in all other lifetimes. It was training. It's training. It's training. It's martial arts. They got to go through training. They got to go through training. They got to go through training. Hours and hours and years of training. So they're at a zen state. They're quiet, but their energy is loud. That's what we need to be. That's when the government's like, oh shit, we're doomed. They remember. Fuck. That's what we need to do. Women, do not be limited from your physical. That's an illusion too. It's a lot of spiritual martial art women that can fuck anybody up. It's a lot of things you can do through your mind and telepathy. Gene, which is gene. Gene, Jean, is also Gyn, geology, which is gene, which is woman, which is mind. Wasn't Jean doing things with the mind and she was very, very powerful? Which is Genesis, which is Isis, which is mother, woman. This is decoding the Bible, which is the phoenix, which is the serpent fire. It's symbolism. Everything is symbolism. Everything is a sign. This is what they teach in mystery schools. Why you think they going up gang signs? What you think gang signs are? Mudras. A power. Why you think Jay-Z always do this? First sacred geometry symbol. The 3, 6, 9, 12 technique, which is the tree of life, which is the Tesla Coley. You see? We went very non-linear in this conversation today with the 4 nervous system states that is running your life. If you're not confident, you don't have the nervous system to have $100,000 in your bank account or to have $100,000. Have 100,000 on Instagram. Your nervous system. The reason why you don't have your man is probably because your nervous system, or your woman. It's probably because your nervous system. Why you can't keep going and going and going and going. It's probably because your nervous system. You haven't trained it. Everything is training. That's why it's the train station. You have to train. You have to train. If you ain't training, you're going to get lost in the sauce. We need the Gokus. We need the Vegetas. We don't need no Krillins. We need the Professor X. We need the Magnetos. We need the Jeans. We need the Black Panther, which is the Osiris. That's what we need. No, well, you know what they're doing in my son's school. I'm tired of it. But you ain't doing anything. You ain't doing anything. The glitch in the matrix. You ain't anything. You ain't being solution based. You ain't thinking of the solution. We have to think. You become. You become what you think. As the man thinketh, so as he. James Allen, Earl Nightingale, we got too many. Buddha, it's too many informations that show us we are so much more, but you have to train to be that more. It ain't easy. If I don't drink water, I don't have hydration, I don't have the oxygen power to speak, to channel, to run, to do the things that I need to do. Just from water. If you guys think I'm cooking, you guys think I'm rocking, y'all think y'all vibing with me, put the rice bowls in the chat. Put the rice bowls in the chat if you vibing with me. Y'all eating y'all popcorn. Y'all watching the movie with me. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I got like a Tupac spirit. I got a Tupac spirit. I love people. I'm very in my heart. But when I got to activate and I got to speak a certain fucking way so you can fucking understand, so it gets you the fuck up, I'm going to speak that way. Because it's tones, it's cadence. Voice are vibrations. I'll give you guys an example. If a person say what, then what? It gets you to react. It do something to your nervous system. So it's a reason why people speak a certain way. So this is why we should master speaking. No matter if you're trying to create content, no matter you're trying to make money, everyone should be impeccable in speaking. Another glitch in the matrix. Everyone should be impeccable in speaking, especially public speaking and math. Because these are one of the two things that is the hardest things to learn in this reality. Public speaking, math. If you know math, you know numbers. Numbers are portals. Everything's just numbers. This is why in the matrix they got 1, 0. 1, the stick, the dick. The neocortex. The 0, the womb. The woman, which is the world, which is the oracle, which is the omniversal, which is everything, which is the stargate. 1 and 0 will get you to every single number. That's why they got the numerology of the 1 through 9. Some of the other systems are 1 through 8 because 8 is the infinite. We need to remember these systems and get out this patriarchal bullshit. This is why I said on my reel with the Seahawks and the Patriots what it means. I even had a old teammate comment who was actually a coach with the Patriots. And I could tell what I said hurt his feelings because he was on the Patriots. But I'm standing 10 toes down what I said. It's bigger than you. The symbolism of a game, which is entertainment, which you're doing things that you don't know, Seahawks has a symbolism. It has a meaning. It has a meaning. The Patriots, even the red, white, and blue, how they're very militant. The patriarch and how they lost. The Bad's Bunny, which is the bunny going down a rabbit hole. And he's a Pisces. And we in Pisces season. The Liberation. And it had the most views. Not a coincidence. And their rituals. When you get a gang of people to watch something, it is a meditative ritual. It don't matter if you know it or not. What you think the Grammys is? What you think the MTV Awards is? The Super Bowl, the finals? You don't think some of these athletes even know? They know. They know. What you think the higher ups are doing that's higher than them? They're playing NBA Live 2K. They're playing Madden. They're from the bird's eye view. See, Hawk, see. I need y'all to see. And they're playing them like they're NPCs and making money off their body. Somatic, Soma. Making money off their body. What is women and men operating in? You got men who do things from their body. You got men who think who got a big dick. That's all who I am. You got women think, oh, I got some nice titties. You want to see OnlyFans? Want to see my feet? You see the game? You see how that keeps us stuck off our highest energy, our body intelligence, and our sexual energy. Because when you have a very powerful body, you look like Hulk. People look at you like, oh, his muscles, his chest, his power. Or if you're a woman and you got that walk and you look good, got some nice boobies, got some nice hips, they look, oh my God, look at that. I want that. Got your energy, got your attention. Same symbolism of the movie The Matrix. Morpheus, Pisces, dream god, watched a woman in a red dress. Red, root, sexual energy. The highest color of sexual energy, red. You see? If you guys see what I'm saying, put a 5 in the chat. It's a reason why I tell you guys these things with these numbers, with the rice bowls, with the hundreds, with the heat, because we're alchemizing with symbolism. We are rewriting your mind. We are bringing a different conscious to your mind. The 5 is to free the mind. So we can move to a different game, move to a different level of the game. And this is what we need to know. If you are a man, I created a class that's happening this Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. The Art of the Somatic King, the rebirth of the healthy masculine. If you are a woman and your man is trying to activate, he's trying to shift, he's trying to change, but he don't know what it is, send him to this class. If you are a man that you want to grow, you want to elevate, you want to tap into your inner vision, you want to tap into a different level of intelligence, you want to see tools of how to be in your somatic king, come to this class on Sunday. It's like keep glitch, another glitch. And I don't know if you guys hear this, it's an ambulance. So that's the 911. This is a fast track on your journey. This is going to fast track your journey. We are in Pisces season, right before we get into Aries, which is the first zodiac. When we get into the spring equinox, some of us need to be activated. Some of us need to activate our elderly energy. And this is what the class I created on Sunday. It's time to activate the source soldiers. And my intention with this, I have seen so much bullshit as an athlete. I have seen so much bullshit with being in door-to-door sales. I have seen so much bullshit with some retreats I have been on and how men operate. And I'm tired of that fucking shit. And my Zulu energy, I want to get this bottle and go across their fucking head. But we live in a world that if I do that, I'll go to jail. So I can't move like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be peace. I'm going to be in my zine, and I'm going to activate the source soldiers deeply. So we can create something of a new system, so we can move to a new game in this system, and we can create where women have tribes, they have homes, they on the land, they feel safe. They don't have to think at times. That's what I want. I want women to not have to think. They can just be. Hey, man got the money. He doing what he need to do. They got their money. The kids good. We got the grandmas teaching them with the elders. That's what I want. That's what I desire. That's what we need. That's what be essential. Don't y'all agree? So I created this class. And if you guys come to this class, it's going to be a surprise thing at the end. So if you guys want to really come to the class, come to it. Get the man to come. It's going to change them deeply. Someone said, a woman said, yes, we want that too. So let's do it. Let's do it. These are the solutions. I got the solution. I got the solution. So you are a man. You are a person that wants to change. Come to this class on Sunday. I got some codes. I got some flows. I got some downloads for that ass. Now, I want to talk about some other things before we get on these Akashic Records Q&As. Oh, it just blanked my mind. It just blanked my mind. Wow. Wow. It just literally just blanked my mind. Come on, source. Oh, another thing. I got it. So, some of you guys need help. Some of you guys are lost. Some of you guys need some sacred, privately help. You are looking for a reading. You are looking for a session. Reach out to me via email or Instagram. Via email or Instagram. If you're on this live today, my sessions are $333. If you are on this live today, it'll be $100 discount, $222. But how do you get this? You have to message me on Instagram, message me through email, and say Sophia Stewart 22. This is the code. Sophia Stewart 22. You don't get that, you don't get the discount. Sophia Stewart 22. Reach out Instagram or email. I will be taking some sessions this Saturday, and I will be taking some other ones on some other days. But if you are looking to activate, you are looking to have, you're with a person that you don't understand if they are your person, you don't know how to move with your kids, earthling, are you a star seed? You need to see what's your blind spots, what is your limiting beliefs, what is going on in your nervous system. Now, Sophia Stewart, yes, it is this on my YouTube, Sophia Stewart 22. We're going to do some Q&As. Are you guys ready for the Q&As? If you guys ready for the Akashic Records Q&As, put 100 in the chat because it's going to be amazing. Now, people on YouTube, this has been amazing. If you guys want to tune in on my Instagram, go to my page, just look up Adewale Adewi. You will see Akashic Wizard, and you can come on the live And who knows, I might choose you to come on this live. This is a great transmission, my friends. I want you guys who are listening to this in the future, put what came through for you. What happened to you? What was a revelation? What was a breakthrough that you had? Because I know in this live that we did today, it helped your nervous system deeply. And it gave you a lot of codes, a lot of information that you need so you can shift to a higher timeline. Peace, love, light.